singer.
Dedrek Sanders making his way to the smart cage for the second time this year. Coming off a big knockout victory. Break him down. Made the trip all the way from Nashville, Tennessee here to the Kingdom. And he made it very, very clear what his goals are. He wants to be part of the PFL's big plans moving forward. He appreciates a showcase opportunity, but he wants to be invited to compete in the global season. He wants to chase $1 million championship. By the way, our PFL 2024 championship fights for that global season will take place right here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Coming up at the end of November, Randy.
November 29th. Be right back here. Can't wait. Dedrek Sanders keeps knocking guys out like he did Casio in his PFL 7 debut. He's got a great shot at the regular season.
And now ready to make his way to the cage, Makkasharip Zaynukov.
Another Dagestani training out at Eagle Gym. Nurmagomedov's going to see a lot of that similar wrestling style coming out of this young man.
He's also got a really, really nice right hand. He tends to pop it right from his shoulder like a lot of really, really disciplined boxers do. You don't see any wind up. He just sits there and he pops it straight from the front of his deltoid. A lot of fighters don't see it coming. He catch you on the chin and put you down. That saves all that wrestling. He's on top of you straight away.
Makkasharip, very familiar with fighting here in the Middle East. You saw the graphic. Came out of the UAE promotions.
See, if I'm Dedrek Sanders here, I'm going to try and get him to overextend a little bit. You know, sometimes I see with this guy, he tends to lose a little bit of his footwork when he's so eager to hit somebody. So what I've seen early on in Dedrek's career is his footwork, his ability to move out of range and get people to reach too much for him. If he can do that, that's where his counter-striking will come into play. But if he gets caught with that right hand, my goodness, he might not even see it coming. And then he's going to be dealing with the ground game of this tremendous fighter in Zaynukov.
Battle of the Giants, tail of the tape. Makkasharip Zaynukov, 33 years of age. Dedrek Sanders is 34. Zaynukov's the taller fighter here, has a longer reach on the arms. Both men with a 41-inch measurement on the legs.
For our next fight here inside the Smart Cage, we'll move up to the lightweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, the blue corner, at 5'7", weighing in 154 3/4 pounds, having just in August recorded his first round knockout in his first ever PFL appearance. He now holds 9 professional victories, 4 losses, fighting out of Nashville, Tennessee, USA. Dedrek, break him down, Sanders. And now his adversary out of the red corner, at 5'10", weighing in 155 1/2 pounds, riding a 4-fight win streak into this, his PFL debut. He's bringing 15 total victories along with 4 defeats as a professional. He fights out of Makhachkala, Dagestan, Russia. Introducing Makkasharip Zaynukov. And your referee in charge, Mike Beltran.
Dedrek Sanders in the black trunks. Makkasharip Zaynukov is in the green. 3 5-minute rounds at 155 pounds here as we march towards a Battle of the Giants main event.
Ready to fight. Ready to fight. Hell, let's go.
Southpaw stance for Sanders.
There'll be a lot of lead hand play with this, given the fact that both these guys have got a really good rear hand. For Zaynukov, it's his right hand, of course, and for Sanders, that left hand has got dynamite in it. But you can see them battling for this lead hand control right now. Zaynukov's taking control of the center, but no one's really winning that battle of the footwork just yet.
Nice. Footwork's so important with an open stance.
Yes.
How to get there, find the angle, get that position to land that shot.
There's that right hand. You see how it just pops from his shoulder. He does most of the powering up work with his legs and his body.
Showed the inside leg kick several times, did Zaynukov, and then he brought one to the midsection. Already giving different looks with the legs to Dedrek Sanders. Gonna have to be careful about reaching down for those kicks.
Sanders trying to be a bit more aggressive since he got popped with that right hand. Then we're going to see that pop cross again from Zaynukov. He's just trying to line Sanders up. You can see the drift to the outside of that lead. Oh!
That was the left hook.
That was the left hook, and that hurt. You can see Sanders' legs went again just for a moment. Is he recovered? He looks all right, but I don't know whether his head's clear yet.
He pawed for a second at that left eye as well, as if the follow-up right hand might have landed.
Stabbing front kick to the midsection.
Body kick there from Sanders. Left hook offered back from Zaynukov.
Seeing some real improvements in the footwork of Zaynukov. He's not traveling forward nearly as much. Oh, here's that left hook again.
Watch the hits, watch the hits.
Referee Mike Beltran watching about the clash of heads. Both guys leaning in at the same time. Zaynukov doesn't seem to be extending himself to land those shots.
Yeah.
He's keeping his feet under him, which would be a big improvement.
Oh, that looks tight. Man, he let go of it. I thought that was a sunk guillotine. In on a single leg here up against the fence.
Sanders grabs the underhooks. Zaynukov collects the legs. And he'll try and make it look like the last fight.
Exactly what you're going to see. He's going to step over both of those lead ankles, leg irons, as Dan calls them.
Yeah, he's tight on that waist, breaking his opponent down, and this is exhausting for Sanders as well. Not the position that he wants to be in, not the way that he wants to burn through his energy in this first round.
Good work by Sanders to get back to his feet. He dug a left underhook temporarily, then pulled it back out.
Zaynukov had that wrist ride for a second. It looked like he was going to get him drugged to the mat, but Sanders did a nice job of circling, scrambling, staying on his feet. Oh, and there's the takedown, little trip.
Dustin Ortiz over there in the corner of Sanders in earshot, so he can help his fighter, he can coach him through this position. Or you could just get Ray Lewis to fight you up.
I was going to say, Ray's right there.
That'll do it. Got that butterfly hook in and the overhook. Can he do something with this position? Could really do with getting his back off the fence.
Nice work by Sanders. Zaynukov puts him right back down with another little foot wheel.
There's the Dagestani handcuff.
Final few seconds of this first round in a showcase bout in our lightweight division. Sanders back to his feet.
Stop! Good job.
That long right hand right on the money. This one, a little left hook. Might have caught him more off balance than hit him flush, but it definitely looked like it hurt him. You see him claw at his eye. Feet got a little tangled up, may have been a little bit of a slip there more than anything. There's the little, look at that. He scooped it up with his foot and then picked it with his ankle or with his hand. Very, very slick tactic and technique. And that Zaynukov's takedown there.
Scan now to buy the pay-per-view tonight. Francis Ngannou, Renan Ferreira in a heavyweight world title fight in our main event at Battle of the Giants. Round 2 coming here.
Dedrek, stand over there, please. Stand back, please.
Makkasharip, Zaynukov in the green trunks, Dedrek Sanders in the black, Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, and Randy Couture on the broadcast tonight. Brett Okamoto also in the building to offer some insights from the locker rooms. Zaynukov tests a head kick, a new look from that first round. Sanders tried to juke his way in. Zaynukov offered him a check left hook.
Watch your fingers, Dedrek.
Ooh. Right uppercut just missed by Zaynukov.
I think this is a much better place for Sanders, not being trapped up against the fence where he's more susceptible to takedowns. If he can keep this fight in that center circle that we've got there on the canvas, it's going to be much easier for him to keep this fight at striking range, I feel. That was a nice head kick.
Good movement by Zaynukov on the retreat through the left hand. Not allowing Sanders to set his feet, turn on any big punches. There's a left hand that snuck over the guard.
With a shovel hook and a left hand by Sanders. The shovel hook just missed, but that left landed.
Sanders keeps showing that rear leg. I wonder if that's to try and discourage the takedown, but it fed into it that time.
Caught the kick, dumped him to his back. Now Makkasharip, Zaynukov on top of Dedrek Sanders with 3 minutes plus to work in round 2.
Sanders needs to start being aggressive here. He's got a foot on the hip. He can kick away if he wants to scramble, or he can start to threaten with some submissions. He's got to be active here, though. Otherwise, Zaynukov's going to stay here and start to open up with ground and pound.
Little short elbow by Zaynukov.
Zaynukov's got his own right arm trapped underneath the body of Dedrek Sanders, which is elevating Sanders' tailbone and hip, making it harder for him to scoot back to this position, get his legs back involved in the fight. But of course, it takes away the attacking weapon of your own right arm.
I think he's looking for Sanders to turn to one hip and maybe try and trap that seat belt, that lower arm, that wrist ride. Sanders gives up his back. Zaynukov's got one anchor in now, one leg in there.
Doesn't really seem too interested in taking the back, though. You know, he's not interested in getting attached so he can start to attack with submissions. It's more the control and the mat returns he seems to be interested in.
I agree 100%. That seems to be what he's focused on.
I wonder if he's just trying to drain his opponent so he's not quite as quick to get out the way of the knockout strikes in the next round.
Well, he's certainly disheartening him, dropping him to the mat every time he gets back to his feet.
Inside of 1 minute left here in round number 2. Makkasharip and Zaynukov on top with the heavy pressure. Dedrek Sanders trying to work back to his feet, where he is most dangerous in this fight.
Yeah, this is exhausting for Sanders, and he's going to put a lot of pressure on him in this 3rd round to make something happen. 30 seconds left.
Oh, beautiful tight waist takedown. Zaynukov had the body lock, just elevated Sanders, flared his legs out.
So he's got one hook in here, but again, there's not an aggression for a rear naked choke finish.
It's more of a control position. Almost a crossbody ride here.
There's the end of round 2, 3rd frame to come. Brett Okamoto is backstage with Chris Cyborg.
Singing.
Apologies for the audio issues. Brett Okamoto and Chris Cyborg backstage, scanned by the pay-per-view. Francis Ngannou, Reina Ferreira in the main event. Cyborg, of course, part of the co-main event as she takes on Larissa Pacheco, the 2-time PFL champion. 2 different weight classes. Brazil versus Brazil in that co-main event. Dedrek Sanders there on your screen. Likely down 2 rounds to none on the scorecards. See if he can make something happen here in the 3rd frame as we get started. Makkasharip Zaynukov is in the green. Representative of Eagles MMA in Makhachkala, Dagestan. Trains alongside Habib Nurmagomedov, Usman Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev.
All right, gentlemen, 3rd final round.
Just a room of absolute killers.
Dedrek Sanders has to make something happen in this round. He's got to cut loose.
Yeah. I think caution to the wind is the best thing to keep in mind for Dedrek Sanders here.
He's staying within himself doesn't serve him any purpose. He did that in the first 2 rounds. He's got to let it out.
Nice 3-strike combination by Zaynukov.
The looping right hand off balance. Sanders at the very end.
Very cautious from both of these guys this fight. Oh, there's that right hook coming around the side again. Sanders wore it well, but he can't keep taking them, and he's really not opening up very much.
Oh, look at the nifty trip after he missed the right hand. Zaynukov snuck his right leg in between the legs of Sanders and kicked the base out. Left hand there from Sanders glanced off the side of Zaynukov's head. Gave him something to think about.
Nice. Set the right hand up with a double jab this time around.
Double left hooks.
Whoa. Little intent on that one.
I think Sanders is going to be frustrated with himself if he doesn't open up in these next 3 minutes. Coming up to 1 boxing round left to go. He's a head kick. And then straight into a takedown by Zaynukov. He's on the single leg up against the fence and he trips the other leg. Beautiful work.
Beautiful little foot sweep.
3 minutes to work for Makkasharip Zaynukov.
Zaynukov's got both legs shelved up on that left leg of his. Saunders has got to get his legs in the fight here, create some space, create a scramble. Full mount now by Zaynukov.
Full mount with the head trapped up against the fence as well.
Watch for those elbows.
In order for Sanders to use the fence to get up here, he needs to bring his legs all the way around 90 degrees to get them connected with the fence. And now this bind, this grapevine.
Nice job by Sanders to scramble and get his legs back in the fight. Little shrimp, pulled those legs and knees back in and got his legs back in there. Smothering ride by Zaynukov though.
Yeah, single hooking on the near side, wrist control on the far side. Lets it go briefly and then goes back to it. As Sanders is trying to get back to his feet. Tries to throw his opponent over. Man, he looks stuck here. Yes. Zaynukov looks like he weighs a ton.
Oh, there's the choke. Saunders rolls out of it.
Still mounted.
Full mount position here by Zaynukov.
He's got that wrist control. He's trying to force the turn. See, Dedrek Sanders knows what's happening here, and he's reluctant to give his back. He's going to try and get that half guard position back. Creates a scrambling opportunity for him. But you can see the wrist control, the Dagestani handcuff.
Yep, that bottom wrist ride is a rough one. Once you get it and get your body weight on it, it's really hard to get it back out of there.
Yeah. Term coined by Paul Felder in St. Petersburg as well. No one ever talks about who gets credit for that. The great Paul Felder. Man, that's a tight grip as well. Look at that near side hook, flattened out. Weight on his opponent lower back. He's going to stretch him out here.
Softening it up, going to go to work and try and find that rear naked choke. Saunders trying to turn and face.
He's got the hips elevated off the mat to Zaynukov, making it very difficult even to get to this position. And of course, that's not where you want to be either if you're Dedrek Sanders.
These short elbows as well, a lot of impact.
"25 seconds left.
Defend yourself, Dedrek.
Man, this is relentless. 15 seconds left.
Nasty work from the left hand and the hammer fist.
Zaynukov going for the finish, trying to find a way to get it done. 10 seconds left.
Defend yourself, Dedrek. Defend yourself, Dedrek.
Sanders survives to the final bell, just barely. A flurry at the end from Makkasharip Zaynukov. One more fight on our early card. Make sure you scan now to buy the pay-per-view. Francis Ngannou, Renan Ferreira, Chris Cyborg, Larissa Pacheco, Johnny Eblen, Fabian Edwards in a rematch. All of that still to come on the main card pay-per-view. As we look at these replays, some precise striking from Zaynukov.
Beautiful takedown by Zaynukov. Some ground and pound from that top position. Saunders trying to find a way to survive and stay in there. Zaynukov just dominant control in that top position.
Post-fight stats brought to you by Element, official hydration partner of the PFL. Efficiency in both the striking and the takedown game from Makkasharip Zaynukov. We'll get the official judges' scorecards here momentarily. Michael C. Williams is gathering them up from the commission judges. As we push towards our main card, AJ McKee, Paul Hughes to open that action. Still to come here on the early card, Rafion Stotts, Marcus Breno Leal. And Michael C. Williams is in the smart cage with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go now to your three judges. Eric Colon, Mark Collette, Hadi Ali. All have it exactly the same at 30-26. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Makkasharip Zaynukov.
Makkasharip Zaynukov makes it 2 in a row for the Dagestani contingent. His 9th decision victory, 16th overall as a pro.